The wait for In Another World with My Smartphone. Season 2 is finally coming to an end. This week, Studio Reed finally broke their silence on the return of the series. After the announcement, all of the internet is talking about the fantasy harem once again. Post all the criticism and dull reviews, it seems like fans are ready to welcome the sequel with Opia. So when is Isekai wa Sumātofon to Tomo Season 2 releasing? What will be its plot? We answer all. There was a lot of debate surrounding the return of one of the best Isekai anime series. The biggest question in the limelight was about Season 2 being the last. So is the new season the final outing of the franchise? You will find all the answers in the follow. Isekai wa Sumātofon to Tomo launched as a novel series in 2013. After the launch of the light novel and the manga, the series rose to popularity soon enough. Patora is the creator of this famous isekai work. So, on April 15, 2022, the official website of the anime confirmed that In Another World with My SMA. The official announcement came along with a visual penned by author Eiji Usatsuka. It is after 5 years that the series is coming back. As the time progressed, fans lost hope that Studio Reed would bring back the show. But loyal fans kept looking for updates. And now, their wait has finally come to an end. Just In Another World with My Smartphone. Season 2 announced. pic.twitter.com jxjdwnhy Inano. There are 25 volumes in the light novel, and 1 manga is also running. Judging by the pace of adaptation of the first season, the entire text can back 8 seasons at the. Thus, there is no way that any animation company would opt to animate these many seasons. Back in 2017, fans had no hope that In Another World with My Smartphone Season 2 would ever come back. This is because the series was taking too long to get an adaptation. Well, a part of the reason is the fact that the show failed to boost the sales of the manga, and as per a user on Reddit, only 1/4/18 volumes of the anime were sold after the premiere. The show has been rated 6.2 stars on both IMDb and MyAnimeList. This is the reason why fans think Season 2 is also created in order to boost the sales of the light. After In Another World with My Smartphone Season 2, there can be 6 more seasons to the anime. But Production Reed has a history of working on single and dual season projects. This is the reason why fans believe that this is the last season of the anime. There was not much demand for the second season, even though the series came back. No studio would ever work on a 25-volume project unless it has a huge fan base. Plus, with each progressing season, the number of viewers tends to decrease. Thus, Isekai wa Sumātofon to Tomo Season 2 might as well be the final season of the anime. If this show is a success, then the rest of the story will have to be read from the novels or the MA. Since there is no studio change in the anime, it is confirmed that Studio Reed will be animating the. Judging by the date of the announcement, the producers are eyeing the summer 2023 slate for a release. Thus, the production has already begun in the studio. However, it is only in the early stages as of the time of writing. Within 6 months, the first teaser will be released. Moreover, the trailer will be launched 2 months before the premiere. The production company is yet to confirm all these details. We will be sure to update this section with relevant updates as they come. Isekai wa Sumātofon to Tomo is an original light novel created by Patora Fuyuhara. In 2015, the first volume of the light novel was released. The novel has a total of 25 volumes. In 2017, Studio Reed greenlit the anime project of the LN. The first season of 12 episodes only used the first 3 volumes of the novels. This means that the series has more than enough content for In Another World with My Smartphone sees. In fact, if the makers want, the anime can go on for more than 8 seasons. The second season will cover Volume 4 through Volume 6 of the light novel. The first season took things slow with Tuya and his acquaintances. The entry of Professor Regina Babylon was only a tease for the villain of the story. Towards the conclusion of Season 1, we see that the professors plan to create 9 different humano. It was much later in her life that she saw Tuya having 9 wives. This was the time when she realized that his dream was coming to life. The season ended with Tuya having to go through a compatibility test in order to get the rights to Now In Another World with My Smartphone. Season 2 will bypass this storyline to introduce a new Anta. Phrase is the next target of Professor Babylon. However, this villain is more powerful than the one that Tuya fought in the first season. Thus, the professor already plans to build weapons called the Frame Gears. Thus, there will be more action in the sequel. So, when is In Another World with My Smartphone Season 2 releasing? As of the time of writing, but since the animation process will take a year, the sequel will not release in 2022. The anime will be coming in the summer of 2023. Moreover, Much like Season 1, this one will also release on Crunchyroll. We will be sure to update this section as soon as there are more updates. Thus, stay in touch with the Anime Daily to get more updates on the same.